YouTubers. This is my KTM300XC 2016. Yeah, I really wanted a 150, but a buddy of mine bought this new. Then since bought tons of other toys and needed to part with it. So the week that I was going to buy a brand new 150 XCW, called me. Said, hey, I still want this bike. I really don't want a 300, but the price was awesome. This thing had 10 hours on it when I got it, so basically a brand new bike for half the price. So couldn't pass it up, bought it. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's way too much power for me. I'm 145 pounds, 40 years old, just turned 40 this year. I also got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which has been pretty brutal. I'm now pretty much blind in this right eye after a bout of optic neuritis, a week or so in the hospital, which brings me to the main point of the video. I'd like to thank all the guys that kind of kept me alive when it was a pretty dark time. Ernie Allen, Chris Morrell, or Morrell, I'm not sure how I pronounce it. Who else? Tokyo Off-Road, Gladius John, cross-training, enduro guys, Vids, Enduro Skills, something. When you're laying in a hospital bed and those guys are putting up new videos, that was pretty much keeping me alive, keeping me going when times were pretty dark. So I'm back at it now. Got to ride a few times this year, which has been great. Had some people on Instagram ask me a few questions about the bike, so I thought I'd just throw a video up and kind of go through all the things that I've done. Basically opposite of all those guys that I watch. I'm 40 years old, slow. I don't know how else to put it. I'm not very good. So some things that I did on the bike. Of course, I wanted it all orange. Orange and gray have been my favorite color since I can remember being alive. So made it more orange. Got a spring from Slavin's Racing for my weight. What else? Oh, Midwest clutch. I'm gonna do some close-ups of that. That's an absolute lifesaver for me. I'm always a 1-2 finger clutch guy, and I'd ride really slow, single track, so I'm always on the clutch. So that's super cool. It makes it even a little easier to pull, not like the hydraulic clutch was hard to begin with. I do have a Bill's pipe. On here it's shorter, it's lighter, it's a lot louder. I don't really care though. I live out in the woods. Next door neighbor's a supercross racer, so no one cares about dirt bikes here. I will say, I have taken it off. Maybe I'll get some close-ups to show you. I had a SRT skid plate on here, but I bought it because I was cheap. I didn't want to pay $100+ for a piece of HDPE plastic, essentially, with some bends in it, a couple screws. I bought the SRT one, and the mount was super sharp. It's kind of cut into the frame a little bit. Since filed and rounded it, and even plastic dipped the corners of it. But in the back where it hooks on, it always falls off. So I'm probably going to have to just spend the money and buy the AXP, I believe it is. It looks like it's built pretty solid from the people I've talked to. What else? I don't think I've done much else. It's basically stock. It does still have the was it the yellow, the mid spring. Eventually I'll go to the grandpa Green Spring probably, just to check it out. I have completely rejetted the bike though. Like, it was brutal rich when I first got it. So it was what was it? 172 main 35, I think, whatever it is stock. I've since got the RM, the infamous RM 250 needle. Went up one size to a 38, I think it is. Yeah, it is 38 Pilot, and I've changed the main a few times. I'm now at a 165, and it rips. Before I was having, especially half to full, just really loaded up. You could run the crap out of it, and then it would clean up. But as soon as you got in the woods again, rode for a few minutes slow, and you rip back on it again, just loaded like crazy. So the combination of the needle and both jets, I think, for at least where I'm at. I'm here at 600 feet elevation. It's pretty damn hot right now, 92 Fahrenheit. It's running really good now with that. I did get rid of the giant tank. I'm not doing super long rides. I don't race. This is the 2016 SX model motocross bike tank, and I like the look of it. I like sitting looking at my bike just as much as riding it. So that was important to me, and if I ever do want to do some long rides, I have the old tank to bolt right back on, and so I've best of both worlds. I think that's all for now, but maybe I'll make some more videos of in-depth with some of the other stuff if anybody wants to know, but that's about it. Thank you. See you.